The Ramones, Blondie, Tucking Heads, Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets, L-I-E-G-W-B, FTR, and the BQE. Bus stops, taxi drivers, walk, ups and high rises, Dicker Street and Mulberry, and the Staten Island Ferry, Rikers Island, Wall Street, MoMA, Lady Liberty, Park Slope.
Welcome to the Vinny Vella Show. Again, as I always do, I always like to introduce my girls. They kill me all over. They're the reason why I'm on medication. This is Andrea. She lives in my building. I got to keep my mouth shut. We can't talk. And then
talk later.
I'm sorry?
We talk later.
I love this girl. We talk later. And then we have Cheryl.
Hi.
My little baby over here, it's a motorcycle rider. She told me if I want to ride on a motorcycle with her, I have to sit in the back.
That's
She
right.
said she doesn't trust me in the front.
But she'll trust you.
I'll trust you in the
I'll
back.
settle for the back. It's okay. I've been on the back before. And we have Luba. Luba, which she's one of my new girls on the show.
Thank you.
And then we got Lucia. Lucia. And she's been with us for a while. And we don't have Carissa with us tonight because she had to go back to Texas.
But she did send her love before we started the show. She
Oh, well,
said
there you
the
go.
same.
There you go. And so that's good. Okay, now before we start the show, I remember you saying that you wanted to say something.
Yeah, you know, last time I was on the show and I was kind of speechless because I was sitting next to the legendary Vinny Vella. And so
You're not going to embarrass me, are
you
you?
guys
Oh, okay.
pinch me? Do you want to pinch me? I'm sitting next to Vinny Vella.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen you in so many movies. You were so amazing. You make it so effortless. And I just, you know, love to watch you in all the movies. It's amazing. Amazing how you make this just so easy. You're a great, great actor.
Well,
and
thank you so
now,
much.
not only an actor, but also a comedian, as I found out after hanging out with you a couple of times, okay, where I needed a lot of wrinkle cream on my face from laughing all night. So, thank
Keep
you.
talking, I'm
Thank
getting
you,
all
Vinny.
excited.
Thank you, Vinny.
$500
Say what?
$500 over there?
It's a couple $100 to give you all their
He
numbers.
didn't even pay me to say that. Can you believe it?
No.
No. So anybody pinch me? You want to pinch
I'll
me?
pinch you.
I'm next to Vinny
Wait,
Vella.
you know what? You can pinch me now if you want. Easy.
down.
Easy. Don't hurt me.
Where?
It does. Where?
Uh-oh.
My baby, where? Easy. Just don't hurt me. Now, tonight we have. Oh wait. Now before we do that, I just want to let you know that I'm appearing October 27th in a place called the Duplex in the Village. Did I introduce my girls? I did, right? I did go over there. Okay.
Do it again.
That's what happens when you take too much medication. Okay, I'm appearing at the Duplex on October 27th at 9:30 p.m. And for more information, please come and see me. I'd love that. You know, it's a comedy club, and it's where Joan Rivers and Woody Allen started off, and. I don't tell jokes, I tell real stories. And so for more information, and I'd love to see you, you could call 1-800-838-3006, okay? That's on October 27th. Then I'm also appearing in another place in Connecticut, Grand Oak Villa. It's in Oakville, Connecticut. Okay, and for more information on that, the number is 203-592-4081. Okay, I would love to see you. Come on down, sit in the front row seat, distract me.
You're busy
Bee,
there.
you are
Yes.
a busy bee. I am
We can't
so
wait.
impressed.
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
And it's nice that he still makes the time to do the show with
Yeah.
us.
Well,
Even though
there you
he
go.
Makes time to soak.
You're right. You know, I'm not blowing any smoke, but you're right. Between my TV show, my one-man show, appearances that I do, you want to know something? Sometimes I'm impressed. Because I say to myself, how the hell do I do all this? But somehow I seem to always pull it off, you know?
Because who's better than you?
Exactly.
See what I did there?
And I still have time for a few other things, too. Eating in good restaurants, that's what I meant. You know,
Oh, okay.
why are you giving me that look? Okay, so now, you better stop that. Stop teasing me. You know what I'm talking
I'm
about.
just ready for the guests.
Okay, now tonight
Talk to me.
we have some friends of mine on the show. His name is Mr. Carlucci, and I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
John Pielli.
Oh, I'm sorry.
John Pielli.
That's what I said, John Pielli. I don't know why. Sometimes when you take too much medication, you forget what the hell you're talking about. You know. And they have a radio show. It's Jersey, correct?
Yes.
It's Jersey, and they're all over Jersey. And these
All over the
guys.
world, Vinny, all over the world.
I'm sorry.
All over the world.
That's what I said. You try to get me confused. All over the world.
We do it out of Jersey.
And we do it out
Hasbrook
and
Heights,
you
New
do
Jersey.
it out of Jersey.
Yeah. Connecticut School Broadcasting.
And I was on your show.
Yes, you
I was
were.
on the show with. Oh, please. First of all, let me introduce him. That's Mr. Carlucci and Pielli.
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 Right? And did I pronounce it right?
Pielli.
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 Pielli. Okay. And I was on your show with Carissa Clark.
April 26th. I remember the date.
Wow, that's pretty good.
And I will say the one thing that you know I have to say in response to what she was saying to you is that, you know, 1995, I'm a freshman in college and I'm watching Casino and I'm seeing all these actors and I'm watching you, and here I am. You're on my show. I'm on your show. I mean, it's like, let me pinch
It's a small
John. Pinch
world,
me.
right?
Come on here.
We all have to
Everybody wants,
I'm on the Vinny Vella show, for God's sake.
I started the pinch.
It's unbelievable.
everybody wants to get pinched tonight. You guys can pinch me later.
Hey, anybody can pinch me whenever you guys
I know, see what
want.
you do to me?
I got no issue with that whatsoever.
So it's a privilege,
Yeah,
Vin.
cool.
Thank you for
What
having
the
us
hell
on the show.
Refrigerator.
Thank you guys for being here. So what sort of radio show is it?
Well, I do a show. John's actually a part of my show. He does his own show, actually. And I brought him on because he's been with me since day one. I've had about 15 other people part of the show, but John's pretty much the most important one, right?
Yeah,
Come on.
man.
Oh, there you go. He's been
Bring a
there since
main
day
cog
one.
right here, brother.
I do a show called The Carlucci Show. I actually started with the Luch and Leone show, which was myself, my friend Eric Leone, and John, and then Eric kind of took off, and then I started my own show, The Carlucci Show. You know, how original. It's my last name, you know, so.
At
been
least, he
doing
won't,
that.
at least he won't forget it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I was just telling him in the car, I'm almost 3 years doing a show, but I'm 2 years doing my own show.
Excellent.
So yeah.
And you gave me a hell of a plug when I was on your show.
I
You
always
kept
give you
plugging
a
me,
plug.
And kept plugging me. I said, am I ever going to talk on the show?
Dude, you're ever going to talk?
on and
You're
kept on
ever
and
going to talk? If you listen back to that show, you talked like 80% of the time. I'd say, Vinny, what
But
color is the
he's-
sky?
He's
And then
looking,
I would
he's
just be
looking
like,
to take over 90% of the
yeah.
time.
I love
When
it.
you
I
did
have to
give me a
talk.
chance to talk, I didn't stop.
Vinny, what do you think about the lights? Well, let me tell you about the lights. In 1972, there were these lights. And I'd be like, give me a coffee, okay? I got to go to the bathroom. Just said, I think I may have done that.
Yeah,
So do
probably.
you have all different types? I guess obviously we had a star there. Is it just
Yes.
actors or what sort of people?
Honestly, I've had the privilege of interviewing actors such as Vinny. I interviewed a big one was, I don't know if you guys have heard of Beanie Siegel. He's a rapper. They didn't hear of her.
I'm
Yeah.
English, so I
Yeah.
definitely haven't.
No, I've had a lot of musicians on, recording artists, comedians. I've had models on, actors, reality TV stars, and
Singers.
Yeah, singers, recording artists, whatever.
Who was the best interview?
And you're going to have a few other people on your show, too.
you up
You're going to have Remy on your show,
Yeah, we're
possibly
gonna
someday.
talk about
and
that,
you're going to
yes.
have Olga.
Right. Olga.
Yeah, that's
right?
awesome.
Spoke to Olga. The best interview I ever had, of course, was Vincenzo. Vincenzo Vella. Oh, come on. He paid me to say that.
You know what? If you keep pumping me up a lot, I'm going to put on lipstick.
Vinny, pretty soon you're going to walk off the set and I'm just going to talk to these girls.
Should we leave these two alone for a little bit?
This is going to cost you to sit here.
I'd say one of my most enjoyable interviews had to be Joanne from Bensonhurst. I don't know if everybody, Joanne, no one ever heard
Fox
of my
Five.
Fox
Oh,
5.
okay, yeah.
She's got a Cafe Mom or something. She's just like a lady from Brooklyn, Bensonhurst, and she just rants about things. People write in questions, and she's hilarious. So, you know, I had to, and the kid from Brooklyn,
Yeah, the kid from
big
Brooklyn. man.
YouTube star.
His YouTube hit videos get over 1 million views pretty much every time, and the guy's just a nut.
You know, he's another one. You ask him a question like, what do you feel about the? And I don't talk politics on my show, but I brought it up the other night, and I said, what do you think about Romney Obama? And it was like, let me tell you. And honestly, as a radio host, you love that because then you're like, oh, I could just relax.
Do you remember what happened to me the last time I was on your show with that whiteout
The
pen?
pen, and I have it with me
I
because
had
I
on
wanted
a
to.
shark skin suit, and I had one of the, what do you call that thing, a marker?
Yeah,
It was a
white
silver
it's like a
mark.
white marker.
And
like paint.
I autographed something for him, something like that, and I was trying to get the ink out of it. So finally I did, and then I autographed 41. Then I picked this up, and it was carrying it out. And then when I went into the bathroom,
It was
it was
all
all over my,
Oh my
and
God.
I said, I don't believe it. I mean,
Yep.
this is a $1,400 suit. And I said, I
Sorry
came all
about
the
that.
way
I
to
kinda
Jer-
felt bad.
And he said, I'll give you the money, have it dry cleaned. Actually, I said, that's the end of my
Yeah, but
suit."
Carissa told me that you got it. It was all taken.
I
out.
brought it to my tailor, and I said, listen to me, you gotta do me a big favor. This is like, I don't know, like a whiteout or something. It's all over. I said, you gotta do me a favor. You got to get it. I said, no problem. I said, you sure you get it? No problem. And when he gave it back to me, it was like brand new.
Just like on my show when I told you to tell me, like, hey, let me tell you something. We were telling somebody to do something. I don't know. And I was like, Vinny, you tell him to do it. And then you were like, let me tell you, at a casino. You don't know if you remember that. So I'm sure you did that with the
What, with the tailor?
You're gonna.
No,
You're gonna get it out. You're gonna get it out.
It's gonna happen.
No, but I just told the tailor, I said, listen, do me a favor. If you're a good tailor, you gotta get this out.
It's how you say
I don't want to come back in. You know, it reminds me of when I'm using this stuff now. It's with venom in it. That what's the
snake
hell?
poison.
What's his name?
Larry Costa.
Larry Costa gave me. And you put under your eyes over here, a little bit on your forehead. And I used to have these big, heavy bags. Now they're starting to actually go away. But before that, I went to this doctor, you know, to have the bags removed. And he showed me a picture of what I would look like. And all I said to him before I left is, do me a favor, you know, like when you do this, just don't do a Michael Jackson on me. And the next day, he called me up, the receptionist called me up, said, he doesn't want to do the procedure. I didn't say no wrong. Oh, I just said, just don't do a Michael Jackson on me. I didn't say no wrong.
So now you get your eyes
You
done.
didn't need it. You didn't need any of it.
You get a pedicure, a manicure, you get waxed.
You
What?
don't even
You get manicured and pedicure.
I don't even need the
You
cream.
don't even need
Vinny,
that.
you do get your manicure because you were telling me. He says it's very
No, I do. I get my
I've done it. I've
manicures,
done
I
it
have my
before.
pedicures, and
The manicure.
every time I go for my pedicure,
Never.
every time I go, there's all these women, and I walk in. First thing I say, "Hi, ladies." And I take off my shoes and socks, and whatever. Sit down and get my pedicure.
Yeah, you gotta get your feet taken care of.
I like bathing
You have to.
myself. You know that my manicures and you know, and because I met this guy years ago. I just want to make this short and sweet. His name was Charlie Brown. And every time I was about,
Charlie
like,
Brown?
Charlie Brown. That was his nickname. He was a number runner. I can say his name now because lately he's been walking around with this, 48. You know, he went like number happy, you know. So he walks around with sandals and a beard. Somehow he flipped out. But years ago, he always used to have a carnation cigar. He had a babe on each arm.
Right.
Stacks of money. And he said, always have your nails nice and clean. Have your hair nice and combed. And always keep your shoes nice and shine. Because the girls, they like that. They'll look at you and say, it's a clean guy. And I've always, what?
You took his advice.
And I took his advice. And he said, never get a tattoo like over here. It'll make you look like a wise guy.
I love it.
So I got him other places. Like, yeah. See?
Is that an eagle?
Yeah, wait, I'll show you.
Oh, wait.
I'm not going to get too far into it.
Time to
But
go.
this one's, it's an eagle.
Wow. Look at
That's-
that. Who would know that there's an eagle?
Oh, wait a second, wait. Now, Luba, you know the tattoos I got. I'm only joking, she doesn't. But the reason why I got that eagle is so that when I go to sleep at night, I keep an eye on everybody. You know what I mean? But anyway, so that's the end of Charlie Brown.
What, Lucy? What? Talk to me, baby.
I'm talking to you. So what got you interested in doing radio?
Oh man, I've wanted to do radio my whole life. And then when I went to college, I was playing football and I was working. I was, you know, doing the academics, and then like interning never was like a priority of mine. I always just thought, okay, I'll graduate and, get some job somewhere. And that's one thing that I would love to tell anybody that wants to get into radio or TV or anything. Intern. And then I basically... No, I actually went to the, it took me 10 years, but I eventually went to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. And it's in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. That's where I met Mr. John Pielli. And, we learned from real professionals, from real actors, real people you guys listen to on KTU and Z100 and stuff like that. And just basically right after most people start shows, but they do it for a couple months, their friends think it's cool, and then they realize that no one's listening anymore, and then they stop. You really got to just continue and keep going and going.
Well, I think you're doing a hell of a job, because I was very impressed by the radio station that you had there, and the whole setup.
Yeah,
You know,
it was nice. It was nice.
You're doing
It's a
hell of
privilege to
job
be able to
out
do it
there.
from there.
Even though I didn't get a copy of what the hell I talked about. but
It's on my
that's-
website. I
that's
told
no-
you. I sent it to your site
On
too.
a website, all right, that's no problem. You know, when I first started this show, years ago, I had one host. And then I got two.
And now you have 4 different girls every time you do a show. I want to know where you get these girls
Well,
from.
all right, I'll
Because
tell
this is
you.
the third show I've been
I
to.
used to work with the fashion industry years ago. So I was always around beautiful women every day. And every day I used to say, that's the most beautiful woman I ever seen. And then the next day I would say, no, now that's the most beautiful I ever seen. And I went through this for 17 years, so I had two. And those two they were great. And then I got 3. Then I got 4.
Pretty soon you'll have 10. They'll be around the whole table.
We're gonna cut him off.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, there's no more.
Yeah.
No more.
You're gonna have to get a bigger table.
Territorial.
Well, I love my girls. They're all good girls.
And we love them too.
What?
We love them too, John and I.
Absolutely. I've known him for about 5 minutes. I already love it.
They're all my friends. And Lucy, don't look at me like that, baby.
I wasn't looking at you like anyway.
Well, Lucy's the only one I recognize from being here about when I first met you in March
Yeah.
of 2012. You were
Because
here.
I'm a,
You're a vet.
stick it out.
You and
yeah.
Carissa. You and Carissa.
Lucy has been with me for
It's actually
a
my
long
year
time.
anniversary
There you
today.
go.
Now, do you,
God bless you.
God bless
I
you.
just made that
Congratulations.
up.
That's awesome.
I just made that up.
Thanks, guys.
Then it was Lucy, then who was then I think it was Cheryl, and then
me.
Luba,
And
then
Angie is
Andrea,
our new addition.
my neighbor. Boy, I can't even say the things I want to say. I can't knock on it.
Is that how you got her on the show? You're just like, hey, you're my neighbor. Why don't you come on with me?
He's knocking on her door. This is Vinny Vella.
You know, don't you know who I am?
Yeah. So to you guys, how do our viewers listen to the radio station?
Well, I promised John that I would plug his show, so
Awesome.
we're going to talk about that too. But I'm actually on my website at www.thecarluccishow.com, which it took you 5 minutes to realize that. You kept saying Carlucci Show, and I kept saying, no, The Carlucci Show. Carlucci Show? So, and trust me, Vin, you're not the only one who does that. Everybody's like, just Carlucci Show. But we are also on mtrradio.com, and I'm live from 7 to 9 on Thursday night. And John, you go and you...
Yeah, I host a show. I actually talk about baseball, and that's my thing. I interview baseball players and stuff like that. I think it's been unbelievable what he's been doing over the last year. Yeah,
Whoa. Cheater. I love Cheater.
well, he's got his fan club.
So now I'm
Doesn't he give his girls that come up a gift basket or something like that when they leave? Yeah.
Yeah, he gets a lot of women. Though.
He
He
gives them a
ain't
gift
too
card.
bad with the
He
ladies.
gives them a gift basket.
Continue to do car commercials, for Ford, whatever.
Yeah.
I think I read on the paper where he would play for another team or something.
Yeah, he said that he might be interested when he's a free agent. That he might go for another team.
And what's that, in a year, 2 years?
Yeah, well, he ain't too happy with the way the Yankees negotiated with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they kind of played a little hardball with him.
Have you interviewed him?
Not quite yet. Someday he will be on my show.
Let me know when that day comes.
Well, listen, if you could pull a couple strings for me, I think that would be awesome.
Wait, now,
too.
Vinny, that's the thing. I want all these girls on my show. Would you guys be interested in coming in? I want them, of course I do.
We're there.
You're there.
That's awesome.
It's not far. It's right across the river.
Well, if you guys get there a little early, you guys
Come
you
here.
should come on my show also. Which,
Yes.
Talk sports.
yeah, it'll be one shot,
I'm
2
sorry?
shows. It will work out
You
perfect.
supply transportation?
Again, all right, yes, I will. Yes.
Fruit basket.
I'm trying to make it in ready. You think I'm loaded over here, Vinny? Come on, Vinny Chens.
I'm not trying to shake you down. I'm not asking you.
I'm kidding.
At least when you
Yes, yes.
Just a limo, just a limo.
Just a limo.
Just-
Or a
and,
helicopter.
We're not asking
helicopter,
for
caviar.
Helicopter might work a little better.
100%. Yes, absolutely.
We would love to come on.
It'd
Definitely.
be a privilege.
And more than 20 donors, because that's what I.
Well, listen, if you guys could donate a little to the hospital, I'm gonna have to give blood to. They'd be able to get you guys transportation. That'd be awesome.
Oh, just got that funny.
I didn't get it at all.
Well, it took you a little while. You're a little slow.
I'm a
than I
little
am.
slow.
I'll arrange it
We'd love
if
to.
that's what you want, okay?
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Let's make it happen, Grace.
So guys, with anyone listening who wants to get into radio, you know, we're talking internet radio now, which is huge. That's what everyone's listening to. What sort of advice do you have?
That's a good question.
You know, like I said, my advice to anybody that wants to get into radio is, you know, when you're in college, you know, just intern, get involved. That's the way you work your way up the ladder. But we have and John and I talk about this a lot, we have the fortune of being able to do internet radio right now. So what are you laughing at, Vinny? Why are you laughing? I'm just kidding.
Vinny
The
just has a
highs and
smile
the
on his face
highs,
all the
big
time.
head.
He's happy.
Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, when I got out of college and stuff, you didn't have this opportunity. If you were going to do radio, you had to be on Z100.
Right.
You know, KTU, all that kind of stuff. Now, anybody can really do a radio show. So, I mean, anybody who really wants to do radio, you know, get the equipment, get the right people, you know, do it from your basement. Just
I'll
have
tell
a
you,
dream.
the
That's
key
it.
is you got to be persistent with it. Just like
That's
with
exactly
anything else
what it
you're looking
is.
to do, you gotta be relentless and just want to like go after your dreams. And you know, don't ever let anybody tell you can't do it.
Because there's no such word as can't.
Absolutely not.
Because people are always canceling on you. Yeah,
Exactly.
everybody's, you know, got something to say. And,
It's a tough business.
yeah.
I wanted to do
Anything you want.
If you could interview anyone on both sides, the sports side, and you said yours was a Howard Stern sort of vibe,
Yeah.
who would it be?
Believe it or not, if I had to choose one person to interview, it would be Eminem.
Oh, wow.
Because he has that same kind of mentality, the way he went at it. Like he was so relentless to pursue his dream, and that's something that you look at. You see like the movies, you hear his music, and it all comes from the heart. And you know, just to go out there and want to do things like that same way, like that inspires me to want to do what I do.
Yeah, start from having nothing.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
exactly. 'Cause not everybody was as privileged to be able to start out like
Well, I
that.
try to get
Remy, my full girl.
who's the man? You're the man.
What
I want a
about you?
lot
What do you
from
want on your show?
You know, I always have that question posed to me and asked to me, and you know, I really don't know. I mean, honestly, one of my most inspirational people that I grew up like listening to was Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam, and I love his music and I love his, you know, whatever. And
Who's that?
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam.
It's a band.
It's a rock band. It came out in 1992. No, rock band.
A rocker.
A rock band.
Oh, rock
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
So it's a rapper.
But if it's not a musician, it's pretty much, I would love to talk to Sylvester Stallone or Robert De Niro.
Well, you could hook him up with Robert.
Yeah, and I asked him, and he hasn't done anything
You
for me.
could do something about that.
Well, I'll tell you, Robert De Niro is a very good friend of mine, and I love him to death. But he's a loner, and this guy.
Well, he can be a loner on the
tried to get him
Carlucci
to do
Show.
a cameo in my movie, and all he has to say was no. That's it, just the word no.
No, wow.
So the director said, I don't know how we can do it. We'll have a hidden camera, and you say to him, hey, listen, could I get you to do my movie? He's gonna say no. And then he's gonna say, we got it.
Isn't that illegal?
I don't sue you.
Yeah.
You know, they'll come after me, Vinny, what'd you do? But for him to say no, I'm not gonna say what he would ask for or something like that. I just don't even think he would do it.
Yeah, some people are
It's
just like that,
tenacity,
though.
man. I mean, how did I get you? I mean, who am I to you? And I got you for free. So
Wait,
that's.
I'll tell you how you got me. You got me because of Carissa.
Well, yeah, but yeah, it wasn't just because of Carissa. Because I came here, I made a deal with you. I came here, and then you said, all right, I'll do your show. And then
That's right, you did.
I walked away, I said, he ain't going to
You
do
know
the show.
why?
And then
Because I'm a nice guy, you know?
that's not what I hear.
What?
That's not what I hear. That's
But I'm
not.
a bad guy. Let me tell you something. You know, there's a lot of people that haven't even done half of what I've done.
No, you're.
And they turn
yeah.
people down, no, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't give autographs. You wanna know something? When somebody comes over to me, they want an autograph, a picture, I've never refused anyone.
Yeah.
Never. They give me a napkin
Right.
sometimes, they say, could you autograph this? You know what I tell them? You might blow your nose on it, throw it away. you know, you got a camera, take a picture with you.
Yeah.
I've only refused one person in all the time that I've been.
Tell this story.
Who's that? Who's that?
I'm telling that story because it involves a little person. You know, and I'm not gonna get into it, but I'll tell you how it started. I was sitting down in the restaurant with a girl having a steak dinner, and a girl came over to me just as I got the steak ready to cut it. She goes, "Excuse me, can I get a picture with you?" And I said, "Sure." I said, "Where are you staying?" She goes, "We're over there." I said, "I'll be there in 2 minutes. I just don't want my steak to get cold." And as soon as I started to cut it, she just walked, came right back. Not even like 4 seconds. And she goes, "Are you ready now?" I said, "No, I'm not ready. You just came. You just left the table."
It's just like casino.
She said to me,
It's just he goes to the Tangiers and he does. I love it, man. I just watched them last night on AMC.
I said to her,
It's crazy.
I said, "No, you just," she goes, "Well, I don't know what the big deal is."
Uh-oh.
You know, now, I'm never disrespectful, nor do I want to be rude. I said, "Well, I think you're getting a little out of line right now, a little out of place, and, you know, if you can't wait, then I can't take a picture." You know, she goes, "Well, who the hell do you think you are anyway?"
Uh-oh.
So I told
Must
her
be a hard life for everybody
I
wants you
told her
over
where
there.
she could go. And she said, "Why don't you tell my husband that?" Go get your husband. But I'm gonna stop there, because I don't wanna mention what this person looked like, or whatever, and how big he was.
Okay. We'll stop it at that.
What?
We'll leave that for another
Yeah,
show.
we'll leave that for another.
I gotta tell you the truth. I'm used to the recording studio. That's why I want to stay in radio.
But I'll
These
tell you
lights
one
are
thing,
hot.
this guy told me, he says,
It's actually quite
"Man, you
nice.
bet
And it makes me look
my
like such a
my
Guido,
wife,
like my hair,
and I'll
like,
kick your
glistens.
ass." And I didn't
True, I
hint.
see it in the camera.
I looked at him, I said, "I don't want no problems with you, but I don't even think you can reach my ass." That's another story. So then we leave it at that.
All right.
But anyway, that was the only woman that I ever turned down. And then on top of that, I turned around and the girl I was with, she goes, "I have to leave." I said, "Why?" She goes, "I'm afraid of you." "What are you talking about? You're afraid? I didn't do nothing. I only gave a line from a movie, you know?" She goes, "I have to leave." I said, "No, please don't leave." And she goes, "Please don't touch me. I have to leave." So she left, and her food that she didn't eat, my steak over here, so I wind up paying like $140. And I was sitting all by myself.
Oh, Vinny. Oh, it must be a tough life.
Yeah.
All the movies, the autographs. I mean, come on.
The girls,
The, the girls. I mean, the show.
It's all right, it's
Gotta
all
be
right.
terrible.
Well, it won't happen again. Put it this way. But anyway, we don't have much more time left because they always say when you're having a good time, it flies. So I just got the signal that we only got a couple of minutes left.
Wow, that was
But I
20
want to say,
Yeah.
Greg, thank you so much again.
No, thank you.
Coming
Thank you
here
guys.
To the show.
It's a real privilege,
Please,
honestly.
thank you so much.
Vinny.
You guys were great. Just call me. I'll hook it up.
Well, I want you back on.
Say what?
I want you back on
Well,
again.
I'll come with the 4 girls.
All right, then we'll do that.
Yeah, I think we can
Okay.
work
All right,
that
and then
out.
John, you'll be in the
I'll come with
studio.
the 4 girls.
Okay.
You have enough microphones and headsets
No,
for
but
us?
we have 4.
You just gotta
You
talk
have
them into
4.
coming a little
All right,
early.
we'll let
Yeah,
the 4
that's
girls
true.
go. I'm down by myself.
Empty on it.
I heard that before.
Dicker Street and Mulberry and the Staten Island Ferry, Rikers Island, Wall Street, MoMA, Lady Liberty, Park Slope, Brooklyn Heights, Williamsburg and Bed-Stuy. Watch out for the bedbugs, pigeons and the rats. New York City's where I'm at.